Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich, another El Clasico level clash in Europe. Does Real Madrid hoodoo over English teams extend to Germans, or will Bayern finally get revenge? Champions League football is here. Round of 16 results are in. And with me is Eddie. What do? We give you the tactical analysis. What absolutely transpired in the game, goal by goal. And also, hey, remember, some news will shock you after the games for sure. And with me is Eddie. If you just join us, let us know your honest opinion about this round of 16 Champions League results. Eddie, today it looks like, a lot of things absolutely happen. I want to know, which round of 16 results shocked you the most? Real Madrid dismantling Manchester City, again 5-1 in aggregate. PSG humiliating Chelsea 8-2 in aggregate. Or Barcelona's 7-2 demolition of Newcastle United in the Champions League today.
A lot of surprises. If you are to check the games from yesterday and not, I think, today's game, you will see Liverpool game. They did very well. They lost the game against Galatasaray in the first leg, but they did a very huge comeback by winning 4-0 in England today. And also, I think Sporting CP also lost their first leg against Bodo Glimt by 3-0. Coming back to Portugal, also won. We did a very huge comeback. It's good. Or it's all good for the game. Barcelona also as well with 7-2. But the one that impressed me the most, that surprised me the most, I think, will be the Sporting game against Bodo Glimt. They did a very fantastic job. And the second game will be Liverpool against Galatasaray. Liverpool did a very great comeback. So these are my top two picks, for so far in the round of 16. The round of 16.
Yeah, for sure. The Arsenal are still chasing a quadruple. Does their comfortable win over Leverkusen prove they are serious title contenders in Europe this season?
Yeah, as I said earlier on, they are still the favorite to win. They are still the favorite in this competition. So far, I think it's still 100% performance throughout the from the beginning of the competition to the end of the round of 16. They still have a perfect performance and are the favorite to win the competition. Now, if you corrected what I think is 7 points with as well 8 hours, if things start like that or things goes the right way, they are set up to win the Premier League. The draw is out. Let's focus on the ball. But I'll tell you who Arsenal will play. Later you will find out who Arsenal will be meeting next. And if they are able to win that, who they will be meeting next on their ways, then you'll find out if they can win it. But they are still the favorite.
Arsenal are still the favorite for sure. And Liverpool turned their tie around at Anfield against Galatasaray. And it's slot era vibes or just Anfield magic? Can they go deeper now, or can they go deep now?
This should be a turning point for Liverpool. This should be a turning point for them. This season, as we said, you can see so much of them coming to Anfield. You saw that you saw that coming. Was coming to Anfield. Not all teams leave Anfield happy. One of the days they took Liverpool, I think they took it personal. So they didn't go off in the game qualifying to the competition. Being the second English club in the competition, still standard.
Okay. Still standing for Liverpool. Bayern Munich 10-2 aggregate thrashing of Atalanta. Was that the moment, or was that the most dominant performance of the round of 16?
Yeah, with 10 goals to 2, they dominated. Dominated the round of 16. Bayern is still Bayern. On their good day, if they don't step to their first level that make some changes, they can score even 15. They don't care. They who do you play against? If they get the chance, they will just put in the boot. For Atlanta, we're not lucky. They face one of their deepest moments in history by losing 10 goals to in 5. And now I think their next game is like they are like it's likely to be against Real Madrid. And now I know these two games also have history. So let's find out so that they'll be able to keep Madrid the same number of goals or they also concede the same number of goals. We are yet to find out. But they did well. The run of 16, the goals to against Atlanta.
And for sure, Sporting CP extra time comeback against Bodo Glimt. Underdog story of the season or just chaos in knockout football?
It's not about underdogs or Sporting to be good. Losing the first leg by 3 goals to 0. We saw that the attacking they were out, but this is the had opportunity to get 2 or 3 to equalize that goal in for the 90th minute. They do definitely that they still have the chance, they still have the hope. So that was when they saw that if they put into like some small you saw it coming. They did that. They put in the work.
We saw it coming for sure. And Eddie, the quarterfinals are locked in. First leg, April 7th, April 7th, and April 8th. And the second leg is April 14th and 15th. PSG versus Liverpool. Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich. We have Barcelona versus Atalanta. Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid. And we have Sporting CP versus Arsenal.
Who is PSG? I'm quite sure against.
Yes, Arsenal Sporting. But I'm saying it's a PSG versus Liverpool. Is it going to be Ousmane Dembele against Salah or Van Dijk dream tie or nightmare for the one side? Who wins and why?
I'll be taking PSG to Liverpool in this competition. I think particular game, against the Galatasaray has only been their successful moment so far. Only they've come final. That's all in their I think. So PSG are like a fire, with a smoke. I'll be giving PSG but Liverpool in both halves.
So Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich, another El Clasico level clash in Europe. Does Real Madrid hoodoo over English teams extend to Germans, or will Bayern finally get revenge?
It's going to be tough. This might be the end of Real Madrid. I'll be expecting Bayern to win the game. So Bayern to win and qualify. So it's going to be a win for.
And Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid. Spanish derby in the quarters or quarterfinals for sure. Is it going? What's the name? Hansen Flick or what's the name?
Diego
Simeone vibes aside. Can Barca attack overwhelm Simeone defense? Because we saw their game in the Copa del Rey where Atletico Madrid won it by 4 goals to 0 and also went to Barcelona home, and Barcelona also tried to come back but could not complete.
Then the moment Barcelona will take it first. They're going to take it first now.
But it's still going to be home and away tie.
The first if Barcelona to play the first or beating Barcelona will all but if Atletico Madrid to play the first leg, that's when the Barcelona will take it.
And I think Barcelona is gonna play home first.
Then it's good for them. Get the job done. Go to Leverkusen, go for a draw and qualify. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Yeah. You can never rule out the other.
So Sporting CP versus Arsenal. Arsenal are huge favorites, but Sporting just pull off a miracle or miraculous comeback. Could this be the upset of the round?
They can't
pull upset against Arsenal.
They can't put that. I'll be expecting Arsenal to get the job done. First of all, in Portugal, Portugal, as I said, Portugal is a tough, but I'm expecting Arsenal to go there, survive this drought, come back to England, get the job done. So I'll be giving I'm expecting Arsenal to go through.
Okay. So we have which quarterfinals tie has the highest chance of extra time or penalties?
Bayern, Real Madrid is likely to go to penalty, and Liverpool, nine, Liverpool.
Okay. So who wins the whole Champions League this season? Real Madrid chasing another, PSG looking unstoppable, Arsenal on a mission, or a dark horse like Barcelona or Sporting?
PSG, yeah,
PSG.
yeah.
You mean PSG can defend the title?
Arsenal, I think PSG or the Arsenal. Arsenal, the favorite PSG can also defend the title.
The PSG or Arsenal?
Because listen, Real Madrid and Bayern, one of them will fall short. Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, one of them will fall short over there. Arsenal Sports, one of them will fall short. So definitely, they're giants. One of them will. Definitely, some of them will fall. The things will be clear.
So we have with English clubs struggling, only Arsenal left after Man City and Chelsea exit. Is the Premier League European dominance over or just is blip?
I think Liverpool will join Arsenal. I think the English clubs have lost this season. They've won the momentum. They feel the momentum. They have to sit back. Do their assignment very well. So they are without the sport. They can do something. Newcastle gave Barcelona a tough time in the first leg. Longer getting to go down against Barcelona in the first leg. They fell down. The first leg ended 1-1. The second leg tough, but they lost their formation. They lost themselves in the second half. But next season they can still do something. I'm expecting them to perform very well. English we are coming. Next season Manchester United. Watch out.
Okay. The best player of the knockout phase so far: Vinicius Jr., Eze Eberechi, that Stoner versus Bayer Leverkusen, Lewandowski, or anyone else?
If we have to talk about it, I will still Emirates Eze. They was incredible. A very nice touch, a very superb finish.
So, for instance, guys, if your club isn't in it anymore, for example, Manchester City fans, we Chelsea fans, and Newcastle United, which team are you rooting for the now or why? Bold prediction for sure. One team that reaches the final that no one expects, and one big name that crashes out early in quarterfinals. Let me know in the comment section for sure. And if you just join us and you are new, remember to subscribe and be part of this amazing community. And we are going to see you in the next video. Ciao.
Ciao.